Okay. I think I've done everything that I need to do. It's always so, like... I feel like I'm doing something very, very important. Eyes darting around the screen, like... Get everything done. No. Okay, so... Welcome. As today we're going to be looking at quite an interesting one. Going to be looking at Fat Pigs, which is, of course, the one, the only, Prince Tom, along with his royal band of misfits, Golden Wolf 2, also known as Benina, Rozzo, Olivia, Tries, and Nono P33 as a substitute, and the Academy team for the team that got knocked out of OWCS World Finals very, very quickly, Team Peps. I was rooting for them, and they got destroyed. We have Galwin, also known as Starwing, Skywalk Wolf, Izumo, Nexo, and Feluco, with Gogo, Misa, and... I nearly read that in an awful way. Poussin Rouge. I nearly read that as Pussy Rouge. Maybe, maybe not the best thing to read. But this is the one match this week.
Oh man,
that didn't get rescheduled. Turlans! Hello! Thank you. Good to see you. What's good? I missed you, Turlans. It was great seeing you in Stockholm. Oh. I was going to say, you were a massive help when none of us knew... Shout out Turlans. When none of us could speak Swedish, this guy rocks up. Every single, like, bar/pub we went to, he went in as reconnaissance. Trying to find somewhere where we could all fit. He spoke the magic language and eventually found us some pretty nice places, so... Thank you very much, Turlans. It's great to see you again. I might have done a little bit too early for this. Normally, it takes me ages to get started, and it takes me ages to set everything up. This time it has not. So in order to just kill a little bit of time, I thought I'd talk about some of the things that I'd want to see, and also my experience casting the match on Monday, because I am still a little bit ill. I'm feeling better today than I was on Monday. Monday I was wrecked, because I started Monday in Stockholm. So I came back. I was ill on Monday as well. I still was not feeling good. And so I came back from Stockholm, was traveling for like 7-8 hours, then dropped all my stuff off, had a Red Bull, and just rested a bit, and then immediately turned on stream, which in hindsight was not a very good idea. I feel like Monday's cast was very low energy. I felt like I had no idea what was going on. I couldn't speak, I couldn't follow the match, I couldn't really do much of anything. So hopefully we're going to rectify that today. I have felt pretty okay today, to be honest. I've been sleeping really weird, but overall, I'm not going to be as, like, zonked out as I was on Monday. For any aspiring casters, players, whatever, do not try to do your form of content play, whatever, after 8 hours of traveling. And sleeping in one of the most uncomfortable beds on the planet. I'm not going to, like, name drop the place where I stayed, for stalking, harassment, whatever. I'm not going to do that. I am, however, going to shit talk it. The beds were the most uncomfortable beds I've ever stayed in my life. Genuinely. Like, I have never had such sore shoulders and such a sore back as I did sleeping in those beds.
Oh man, look who it
It was
is!
so shit. Big arms, Jacob! Badge! Good to see you as well. Another one I met in Stockholm. All of the Sheffield Talent Development guys, the STD guys, they're lovely. Where's my hat? Hold on. They gave me this lovely piece of art here. Time to watch Hero, not Grank Fangirl? Yeah, fuck that. Look, I'm showing my allegiance to the cause with my specially made, specially manufactured Sheffield Talent Development hat. Put it on for a sec. Yeah, that's tough. Shout out to Badge. Big Arms Jacob, BHA, Badge. He got so many pictures with so many different people when we were in Stockholm. Such a cool guy. He stood by, like, where the players came out and basically not harassed, but like one level below harassed all of the players, and got a picture of them in the STD hat. It's gorgeous, by the way. The pictures that he took, amazing. He got TVNT, Quartz, Jake from the from the fucking casting team. He got Arns, I think. Jonak? I don't remember if he got Jonak or not. Koffer's in the STD server now. Oh, I don't remember all the people. Should we find it on Twitter? Maybe. Maybe we should. Because they did like a they did a post about it. Let me see if I can find it in the Discord. Yeah, look at this. There was so many people that they got. Call me in Turlan's heart chain is not STDs. My bad, chief. I call people STDs because they're all in the same server. But you're right. I should learn the proper affiliations. That's fucked up of me. I want to call attention. I've made a few changes to the stream since a lot of you last saw it. So we now have proper 7TV emotes. They're listed below. Grank Fangirl, good to see you as well. So we've got new emotes. We've got a lot of different things now. We've got channel points enabled. They're called Hellfire. You can spend Hellfire to make me add emotes or make me say whatever you want within reason. I will not endorse Callum Pringle. Anything outside of that is pretty okay. Have a play around. I've got a few nice things going. So it's gonna be Fat Pigs to choose the map first. Between Busan, Ilios, and Nepal. Nice little OWCS map pool there. And it's gonna be straight over to Nepal. Fat Pigs is picking who's red. I hope they choose Peps Academy to be red, so I don't have to change my graphics. It's not a big deal if they are. I'm more interested to see who the bands are going to be. Very much interested. I don't know if anyone told Prince Tom that I'd be casting this game, or any of his teammates. If nobody did, please do. Someone ping him. Someone get him in. Big Arms Jacob in 75% of all photos. Jesus Christ. First attack of Fat Pigs. I don't remember whether that means they're blue or red. Which is maybe a skill issue on my part. But oh well. Badger's in a lot of photos. There's a great photo of... I really love the photo of us all together, by the way. You know where we got, like, everyone? There's, like, 20, 30 people in one photo. Okay, so the first ban comes through from Fat Pigs. It is Sojourn. That's kind of questionable, to be honest, because Sojourn is kind of honestly I don't know if this is a controversial statement. I don't think Sojourn is that good outside of, you know, quartz level performances. I think you really need some insane mechanical skill to get the same amount of value on Sojourn as you do to get it out of some other heroes that are available that are popular at the minute, you know. Maybe if you want something a little bit more consistent, you go a Cass, you go an Ashe, but I think that Sojourn is very feast or famine a lot of the time, and I don't think until you get stupidly high up in the ranks, I don't really know if you're gonna find that. When I say ranks, of course, I mean sort of like divisions. Rank doesn't really mean much when you're playing FaceIt. Everyone goes off of these numbers instead, these lovely little skill level icons. I mean, people say don't think about rank too much anyways. And the second ban is going to be the Zarya. And if you just give me 1 second, I do need to change my graphics just slightly.
Traveling to Nepal. Initiating match.
There we go. Ooh. Overwatch chugging a little bit there, but we survive. Salut le Peps, je suis fin. Lovely little Frenchie in the chat there. Moi aussi toi.
Ready for battle.
Some interesting comps coming in straight away.
All systems fired up and ready to engage.
From Peps Academy, we've got pretty standard backline. I'm interested in the Widow, though. It's very non-standard for Nepal Shrine. On the other side, we've got some Ram gameplay along with the Freya Genji. This is what I was more expecting to see, as opposed to the Sojourn.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're going to get started straight away.
Capture.
Prince Tom with the speed boost rolling everybody out. But also switching away to the Echo. And not to mention Golwyn. Not really sticking with that Widowmaker he so graciously promised us. Speaking of Golwyn, just fighting for space on this left side here. Tries maintaining pretty good monopoly over this. Although he's trying, gets immediately taken out by Banana! Banina, my bad! Gets a double kill onto Golwyn and Nexo. This is what we call a support diff. It's always a support diff. So that's going to be a very quick and convincing capture for Fat Pigs off the back of some amazing kunai kills from Banina. And now Fat Pigs have the luxury to just sit back. They can do basically whatever they want. Golwyn is going to give the Tracer over to Nexo. As Olivia marks the rotate, that majority are going to go at top right. Whereas it tries to get a bit of a pick, nearly gets taken out by Golwyn. As both Ramatras just fighting over this pillar. But unfortunately, the damage is going to come through from tries, forcing him away very quickly. Olivia's form gets forced as well. Both forms get forced, in fact. So Olivia tries to go a little bit aggressive. Goes low and falls eventually to Izumo. Izumo dies as well. It's now a 4v4. As Banina needs to hit those kunai hits that she was hitting before. Just manages to live on 9 HP. And still a nice stickies on from Rosa onto Poussin Rouge. Prince Tom's going to come in to defend the point away from Nexo as well. Kitsune Rush comes out straight away from Banina to try and just finish off this fight. Was that really necessary? I don't think so. But it's always good to have a little insurance policy there.
Gaining altitude.
As on the other end of the spectrum, Skywalk Wolf does have the Kitsune available for Peps Academy. And Banina used that very early on to, honestly, kind of little effect. Izumo's going to stand in the middle of this Kitsune rush. Moves off it immediately. They just use it to get the side point. But is that really enough? Prince Tom, he's very nearly Ajaxes, but we got it done. Rosa with the 2 kills on the side. Gonna copy the Ram to finish it off.
Connect, repeat, improve.
And that was just clean. The only person left is Nexo. And Rosa is gonna, boom! Put Nexo out of his misery.
Duplication complete. Score 0.
It's an incredibly clean capture for Fat Pigs. I mean, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what Peps Academy were aiming for with the Kitsune rush off of left. It bought them a lot of space that they were going to get anyway. And then they had to force the fight on point. I think it's just kind of unfortunate.
Ain't no prayer.
I'm going to keep the same comps, though.
Sure got a nice view.
With Rosa undeniably being the star player on Fat Pigs right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2.
Although despite the Echo working so well, he is going to move over to the Tracer. Maybe not the map for it. Sanctum, traditionally more closed off. Maybe it's not the best one for Echo to play on. The Battle of the Hitguns rages on. Gowan coming out on top over tries just for a now. As Nexo vies for space on the side. Both the Tracer and Lucios are fighting each other. Neither one really establishing too much. Recall's force from both. The Poussin Rouge getting out. As Nexus tries to force something, his Recall gets forced himself. No one has really managed to establish that much dominance over this left side corridor here. Nozo and Prince Tom are doing a pretty good job of making sure that nobody gets it, but somebody's got to catch the point eventually. Everyone's just playing very slowly, vying for space, but somebody's got to catch the point. Maybe Skywalker's going to get caught out, but it's not going to happen. Alwyn taking out Tries and Olivia. Getting a final hit onto Prince Tom as well. Dozo thought, this isn't for me. I don't really want to deal with this anymore. So this is the first point capture that Peps Academy have been able to get. Very, very good so far. It was a bit of a slow capture, but if it took them that long to establish the point in the first place, and just think how long it's going to take for the point to be flipped. Nexo steals! Doesn't get the health pack! Stolen by Rozo. Although Izumo does take out Olivia before the beat comes through from Prince Tom. Prince Tom himself getting taken out by Izumo. The Annihilation pummels. And that's going to put Fat Pigs in a bit of an unfortunate position where Poussin Rouge has his beat, but Prince Tom does not. The support ults have flipped a little bit. A questionable Annihilation for Izumo there. Beat does come through for Poussin Rouge. It's not going to result in anything straight away. The Annihilation comes through from Olivia, but he immediately gets coach gunned away. Nozo can't seem to find anything on the except the Ash. It starts the point flip, but both of Team Peps Academy's supports are dead. Olivia, though, finding something incredible. Poussin Rouge just coming out on top in the Tracer duel. As Olivia, despite his kills, is going to get taken out as well. Tries opting to throw away the bowler shot in favor of the Cassidy. Understandable, it's not really that good of an ultimate anyway. As they're going to have to try and force something soon with only 95% on the point. They do get a touch. Those touches, but Izumo needs to die now, and Banina's going to find the one kunai that does it. A little bit of a split faction here. As Poussin Rouge is going to boot Olivia off the map. No more point pressure for Fat Pigs. Nozo can try and do his best with a Hail Mary pulse bomb onto Poussin Rouge that is not going to land. Banina trying to play his life as best he can. But the map is going to get equalized so far by Peps Academy.
1-1.
And Olivia, even with the ball to try and make something happen, it honestly wasn't enough. Poussin finding some incredibly important boops off, especially onto Olivia. To the point where I think they might have figured Fat Pigs out just a little bit.
We will have peace at any cost.
Which is going to be unfortunate for Fat Pigs because they were really relying on sort of these hero plays, whether it's Banina on the Kitty or Rosa on the Echo. Speaking of, Rosa's going to go back to his signature, which might be the secret sauce that they need. Galwin is still going to be on Ashe, though, which arguably was one of their Team Peps Academy's forms of star power. Rosa just tries to get a lot of poke on the back.
The objective is now active.
Trying to fight Nexo. She's going to stop him from getting much poke at all. Taken out by the spam from Galwin. It needs to be equalized by tries, and it is going to be, but Banina is taken out by Nexo. Is it too late for Fat Pig to turn this fight? Oh, nice shot onto Nexo, but it gets recalled away. As Olivia falls his way, tries is not going to be enough.
Careful.
Point goes over to Peps Academy.
Hello.
And Rozo is giving up on the Echo for now, in the face of Galwin.
Greetings.
Their source of star power was Rozo on the Echo. That was their main sort of thing, because you can't rely on Banina getting just 2 clutch headshot kills, can you? Although maybe you can't rely on the rest of Fat Pigs to stay alive either. Maybe I'm speaking too soon, Banina with the headshot kunai. Maybe they can find them. He does! He finds Nexo once again! He needs to live though. Oh, but the Annihilation tick finds him. Olivia falling as well. And what looked like a glimmer of hope is going to be, for the most part, extinguished.
I never have.
Dozo does get an exit kill.
You're a lifesaver.
That's going to force a reset. Tries finding some nice poke originally onto Galway. But unfortunately, poke is not going to be necessarily enough. That kill onto Galwin very much is, though, fought with the follow-up onto Poussin Rouge. Chasing Skywalk Wolf away as the point finally flips over to Fat Pigs. That is what they were waiting for after all this time. As Izumo just gets,
Greetings.
unfortunately, staggered, but Skywalk Wolf takes out Banina. That's very bad for Fat Pigs. They do
It's Kiriko.
some tech there to get back faster. As for now, the only sort of sustain that Fat Pigs are going to have throughout this fight is going to be Prince Tom until Banina gets back. They can't really take any super aggressive fights. Although saying that, Izumo does fall very low, but in the face of a Kitsune Rush, he's going to fall anyway to Prince Tom! Olivia manages to run on top of Galwin. Although, unfortunately, the kills are going to come through in return. With a beat to protect what little people they have left, the beat is now extinguished. However, Tries needs to find something quickly. He's in a good position to do so. The beat comes in for Prince Tom, allowing the rest of them to rush in super quick. Suzu forced. We need to touch. Olivia does. Tries, finds Nexo on the side. He's also working a nice little off angle. Suzu forced again. Is he going to go for a pulse bomb? Poussin Rouge finds tries on the side though. Pulse gets used and it just goes a little bit wide. As Olivia continues to fight on this sideline. He needs to prevent the rest of the team from walking onto Banina, but he isn't. He's not able to do so. Prince Tom going to get shot down as well. As Rozo on the side is the only one left to touch this point. Somehow manages to stall long enough, but tries to get a kill onto Nexo. But after that, there is no one left to touch. As Peps Academy are going to take first map. Nozo looked so good on that first map. And I think it's just a shame that they started to figure out the Echo a little bit more. They knew they couldn't play the D.Va into the Echo or the Ramatra, and they adapted perfectly. It's honestly just kind of unfortunate because they did look so good, but only when Benina was getting these clutch kunai kills and only when Rosa was getting those echo kills. When that's stripped away from them, they have so much less opportunity to do what they need to do. Second map is going to be Runasapi, with the first ban being D.Va, banned away by Fat Pigs. Wilder in the chat with the Silk Song icon. Good to see you, good to see you. And honestly, I'm not used to seeing this. Because these fights are so scrappy from both teams. You have kills going left and right. And not only that, but you have kills coming in places that you wouldn't necessarily expect kills to be. We have Lucio's diffing traces. Me on traces, not that wrong. As the Freya ban is the one to come out this time.
Welcome to Lesson. Initiating match.
As we go straight back into Runasapi. Let me fix the score. Whoops. There we go. Now, I think, personally, with the D.Va band, it's just going to force the Ram mirror again, because I think that's what both teams seemed most comfortable on. With Olivia looked really good on the Ram. However, that is not what we're going to go for, I think. It looks like we're going to go for Zarya Reaper with the Sojourn in as well. Maybe that's on me. I thought that Sojourn wasn't that popular of a pick. But maybe on the flatter maps, like Runasapi, with these really long sightlines and a lot of ground that you need to cover, maybe Sojourn is what you need.
Good to see you. Hello.
I'm still seeing a considerable lack of Sim, considering how dominant it has been. See straight away. Both Reapers just trying to vie for space as Tries takes out Skywalk Wolf straight away as Nexo soon to fall behind. They try to take fights way too early. As the influx of spam damage from Prince Tom, from Benina, from Rosa to Tries to Olivia, it all just rains down so heavily on Peps Academy. They are going to get a little bit of progress on the bot. I think we're going to see a retouch pretty soon on this corner. First round of bubbles gets extinguished straight away as Olivia way too far forwards for how little support she has. And honestly, Fat Pigs can't really contest this without their tank as Izumo takes out Prince Tom as well on the disengage. Benina tries, but again is shut straight down by Poussin Rouge. There was a little point where they weren't pushing the card, so they are going to have to sacrifice that little bit of progress there. But overall, a very nice swing in the momentum for Peps Academy. Nozo trying to work this side angle. Don't want to let them get the lead. The Wraith is immediately forced out from Nexo. Gets super low, forced to TP out. But Galwin takes out Prince Tom on the side. Everyone on Peps Academy is so low, though. as Rosa takes them out with the help of Olivia is the one that's getting all the final blows. A little 5k for Olivia there. No big deal. Overclock now available for Fat Pigs, as well as Peps Academy. Major difference being Banina having 30% up in Kitsune charge than Skywalk Wolf. She's been doing work this entire time, and she's going to rip it early. Forcing the Reaper away. As the Kitsune, as the Overclock comes out straight away. Beat gets used from Poussin Rouge. In an attempt to ward off the Overclock with a botched slide from Tries. Grav just does come through and manages to get Skywalk Wolf. Olivia does get a little bit of support from the Lucio. Soon to be the Kitty. But with no Sojourn in sight, Galwin is free to roam and do whatever he needs to. The grab comes out from Izumo, and it catches Olivia and Rozo. The lead may have swung back into favor of Fat Pigs, but I have a feeling that's going to go straight back over. Especially seeing as the Kitsune is still available for Skywalk Wolf. Prince Tom does have a beat to respond. But they're going to have to look for something insane as Banina goes straight down. Galwin does fall. And maybe the beat will live to carry them through it, but unfortunately the kills come through from the Death Blossom from Nexo.
Let's bring it home, people.
Banina dying there is so unfortunate for Fat Pigs. As Peps Academy are going to secure the checkpoint and get the lead.
Have the lead.
Rozo does have Death Blossom to work with. He's going to have to find something pretty fantastic. As expected, they just secure the lead by less than a meter. Start running away. They don't want to take the fight there. That's not good for them. Izumo going very, very low with the Death Blossom to secure it. Such aggression from Rozo, and it pays off in spades. With Nexo finding two of his own in the backline, supported by Poussin Rouge. But no matter, Rozo is just too good on the Reaper there. With Tries finding Poussin Rouge as well. Such a back and forth. I feel like I'm watching a game of tennis. The lead is going back, then forth, then back, then forth. Neither team has been given a chance to breathe this entire time. Next, we're going extremely low. They want to capitalize on it very fast. Galwin does have the overclock, but the beat comes through as well from Poussin Rouge to support. But the grab from Olivia is just too much. Kitsune rush from Banina comes through as well to support, give that a little bit of extra healing and damage. And you're very happy with that trade of ults if you're Fat Pigs. You get to extend your lead even further. And you get beat out, you get Kitsune out. That said, you do need to worry about this grab that's about to come up from Izumo. But if you want to play your distance, you just want to burn as much time down as possible. You want to build your own ults. As Rozo takes out Nexo, the overclock comes through from Tries, getting a bunch of crucial damage in onto Izumo. Finding a nice pick onto Skywalk Wolf straight from the back. That is what you need. Do not give Izumo the chance to build grab. Just force him out well before it's even an option. Lovely stuff from Tries there. As Prince Tom getting pretty close to beat as well. Maybe that's going to be enough. Get him through the grab. He opts not to use it. Maybe he thinks the fight's lost anyway. Maybe he's saving. It looks like he deserted his team, but I promise it's tactical. He's just saving, guys. He's just saving. He knows the ult economy. He knows that he needs to have something in his back pocket for when Skyhawk Wolf rips this Kitsu. Next just goes straight forward. That's a very aggressive beat from Prince Tom. The Kitsune Rush comes out a bit later from Skywalk Wolf. No kills on the board just yet. Not for lack of trying. As Banina is soon to have their own Kitsune Rush. As it also forces out Nexo, the Wraith is forced. Olivia finding Galwin. Full charge on the front line. As the Death Blossom comes out, Olivia doesn't even look. He says, what is that? As Banina getting both of the supports again. Banina has been killing it with these final blows on Kiriko on these past two maps. And that was a very cheap fight for Fat Pigs. They didn't use Kitsu. They didn't use Death Blossom. And Peps Academy used both of those. There's just no room left in the budget. As Olivia finds a nice grab onto 4. The damage is there. It finds Nexa before the beat comes off, and that's a beat invested for not much gain. And Olivia can afford to just keep going. They have the Kitsu still, as Trice finds a cross map onto Skywalk Wolf for the second time. Dozo getting caught by his own greed. I got mine. I got mine. And now I die to Olivia. And that's going to be a full cap for Fat Pigs on Renasapi. A very, very nice change of pace from Nepal. Where they looked like they were having some trouble getting things flowing. But then Olivia found her pick, I think. They had such a good understanding of the Zarya comp. They had such a control over the back and forth. It was honestly beautiful to watch. As we just go straight back to even up the scoreline there. You love to see it. Third map, gonna be New Junk City. As the Reaper ban comes through, I think they've figured out that they do not want to deal with the Reaper Zarya. Although after this map, it's still going to be on the table. It's still going to be an issue. So I don't think that's going to be the permanent solution that they're looking for. It will give them breathing room on this map, but they need to figure something out for the rest of the series, otherwise I honestly think Olivia and Rozo are going to just run the Reaper Zarya and run you over. So unless you've got an answer to that, you might have a tough time. As we're going to be showing the second ban in just a minute here. And honestly, despite how dominant Poussin Rouge looked against Prince Tom in the previous map, I think Prince Tom's really stepped it up on this map. He was keeping pace. Poussin Rouge on Nepal had maybe 30% up on beat nearly all of the time. Whereas now Prince Tom's keeping pace, and Banina, might I add, has been the one who's 30 up. Now I'm gonna I might run a little bit of an ad in between games here, as the Ramatra is gonna be the one to come through. That's the next remaining ban. As I'm gonna have to change these around again. as we go straight into New Junk City. It's honestly, this is a map very similar to Dunless Abbey in terms of what you tend to want to play on it as well.
Ready for battle.
So I think banning the Reaper here was a very good idea to try and deny the Zarya comp, but also denying the Ramatra removes the Ramatra from the equation, because Peps Academy looked pretty bloody good on the Ramatra comp, and maybe it's not as much of a comfort pick for Olivia, but what does seem to be a comfort pick for Olivia is the Mauga.
One.
As we've got a little bit of a tank substitute here as well for Peps Academy. Putting Izumo in on tank. The Jungle Queen, I actually really like Jungle Queen into Mauga. I think you can't farm Jungle Queen for sustain as easily as you can farm some of the other characters. Tries coming in on the Castier as well as also and Prince Tom on the side, completely making quick work of the Genji Lucio strike squad. And now Olivia's going to have full reign to chase any stragglers that remain. They're chasing this very, very far, but it pays off for them as they finally take Izumo. You look thirsty, he says. And Izumo is going to mirror the Mauga.
Make trouble.
Oh dear. Ladies and gentlemen, never mind, he switches to Diva. And nobody expects the surprise that also in the back lane, jump scaring Galwin. Five Nights at Rosa's in full effect. Taking out Nexo as well with the help of Olivia. Peeling for Bernina. As Prince Tom duels the Diva on the side, very nearly going down. Just limit testing. And he knows his limits. Nozo finally falls, but the point is gonna get capped. Nozo honestly can take so much aggro and attention on that venture. The Peps Academy have to not be completely sort of distracted by him at all times. They need to not respect him as much, because if they do respect him, he can just dig onto the ground. And he still poses a threat, don't get me wrong. But there is very little chance that you're actually going to be able to kill him as the Kitsune Rush comes through from Skywalk Wolf. But Nozo again takes out Poussin Rouge, but it's not an equal trade. Galwin taking out two and forcing the entirety of that pigs off the point.
Hey there.
Area denial.
Overclock now available for Galwin. Similarly, Seismic Shock available for Rosa. Beat for Prince Tom as well.
This ends now.
Beat gets forced out by the overclock. The beat gets mirrored by Poussin Rouge as the cage comes out from Olivia, but I don't think that's enough. The threat of the bomb within the cage is too much, and Olivia is forced to abandon it.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
But they lived long enough for Bernina to build Kitsune. The blade from Nexo does come out and it's going to find tries. Finds Olivia too. And a final kill onto Bernina. That's going to be 1-1 for the point cap so far.
Push the objective.
Secure. Next, flashpoint.
And the Nozo still has the Seismic Shock. But that's the only ult for Fat Pigs. That said, it was a very expensive fight for both teams. Peps Academy don't have anything but Galwin snipes Nozo from the other side of the map. they can't really afford to fight this without Rozo. Rozo is such a huge source of damage and attention for them. And Fat Pigs are forced to just give up the entire point. Garwin finding insane value on this Sojourn.
This ends now.
Does come out with an overclock, but it's not going to find anything at all. Both Lucio's finding kills on the side. A Skyhook Wolf spits over Benina and throws down a Kitsune Rush. Olivia finally finding Skyhook Wolf as Prince Tom gets mercilessly hunted by the rest of them. Rosa manages to return,
Good to see you.
but not for long.
Hey.
Point cap has stayed for Peps Academy.
Hi.
With an overclock ready for Galwan as well. With the amount of first picks that he's getting, if he can translate that into the overclock as well, get one more fight, get one more first pick with this overclock,
This ends now.
it'll be very lucrative for Peps Academy. The surprise factor is gone. He can't really find anybody. They respect the overclock so much, they're not even giving him a single point.
Design at work.
But Olivia just gets ran at by the rest of his team. It's all well and good avoiding an overclock, but if you don't walk forward to help your Zarya, or help your Zarya run away,
Secure.
then the rest of Peps Academy just walk over Olivia,
Flashpoint. Refinery.
and there's nothing that Olivia can do about it. She only has 2 bubbles. There's going to be both support ults available for Manina. Sorry, for Fat Pigs. But Puissant Rouge does have the beat here for Peps Academy, so they're not completely defenseless against it. As Olivia finding themselves on their own again! The rest of Fat Pigs leaving her completely out to dry. Nice kill on Torozo there from Nexo. As you can't really afford to split away from Olivia like that. And give Peps Academy the opportunity to just run at her. Because now Peps Academy have the Blade, they are gonna have the Kitsune Rush. And the ult advantage that you had is now gone. Grab comes through from Olivia, Prince Tom finds Go, and that's a major source of damage gone. But the Blade comes through from Nexo. It's not going to find anything because he messes up the dash as Prince Tom finds the final blow. That's what they needed. Only beat invested. Both Kitsune Rushes invested. And they've finally been pushed off the point by Fat Pigs. However, Dozo needs to find something with this Blade. Please. Looking like me on Genji. Point cap will go over. But I fear it's not going to be for long. They don't have the staying power without Benina there. As Puissant Rouge finding 2 kills.
My ultimate is charging.
Already an insane performance. And unless Fat Pigs have a miracle,
This ends now.
it's looking like this is going to be it. But maybe Tries is that miracle that they need. Not quite, but his presence does force enough. He does find Skywalk Wolf. That's a nice pick for him to find. Worth trading Rozo for that. As Benina lives on 1 HP. I spoke too soon. Tries does find Puissant Rouge. As now only Galwin remains. And he's going to get bowled over by Olivia. That was the miracle that they needed. Finding Skywalk Wolf in such an isolated position was the miracle needed. Handed to them on a silver platter maybe, but it did the job. Both Lucio's about 75% to beat. As they're going to have to fight off this one final attack. Try takes a nice off angle. And with the help of Olivia, tries to find some sort of dive, but it's desynced. The beat comes out from Prince Tom. Poussin Rouge does not have his yet, so they need to find something quick before he can build it. But Poussin Rouge built it in time, and no kills were found on the side of Fat Pigs. Ismo, no regard for his own life, runs straight at tries, gets the kill. And that's going to be New Junk City going to Peps Academy. Why does my stream say that it's off?
Play of the game.
Oh, it's not. I was really worried there. Just gonna update the score once more. It's Peps Academy. Looking pretty nice, to say the least. The next map gonna be Shambali Monastery, with a Tracer band started off. And I think it's interesting as well because both teams, when they're winning, they've looked incredibly dominant. Like Fat Pigs, when they were allowed to run the Zarya Reaper, they looked incredible. And maybe now that they can run it again, they might have something else to work with here. It's not the best map for it, admittedly. Shambali doesn't really lend itself too incredibly well to Zarya Reaper, but it's not the worst. You can still definitely make it work, and I think that's what they're going to try and do. Unfortunately, I think Zarya Reaper is their only means of winning. Because unless it also can come up with something incredible again, like his Echo on Nepal. His Echo on Nepal looked very clean. Well, it looked clean on Nepal Village. Sorry, Nepal Shrine. But outside of that, when he tried the Echo again on Nepal Village, it kind of got shut down by Galwin's Ashe. I think Galwin has been one of the star players for Peps Academy this time around, to be honest. Because if Galwin doesn't hit the shots that he's hitting on Ashe and Sojourn, especially on the New Junk City, I think the rest of Peps Academy it struggles a lot more. I really do. I think the Mauga was a little bit strange. Mauga was Oh, that's BM. The Mercy ban comes through. That's not nice. That's really... Oh my god. That's overconfidence, is what that is.
Now arriving at the Shambali initiating match.
I think that's just incredibly mean. Because that was second ban as well, remember? They're not saving anything by banning Mercy second. If they wanted to save a support, they have to ban first. But they banned Mercy second. Who knows? Maybe it's tactical. Maybe it's tactical to prevent Rozo from having a Mercy pocket and going insane. I want to believe that. I really do. But something's telling me that that's not the case. Nexo is going to mirror the Echo, funnily enough. Galwin on his signature Ashe, though. And I don't think that this support line is going to stay from Fat Pigs. If it does, that's very interesting.
I expect you know that better than anyone.
Maybe they're just looking for some sort of pick straight out of spawn. But nobody peeks that. Well, Skywalk Wolf very nearly did. As they're going to be opting for the Wu Yang, considering we've not actually seen Wu Yang at all this series. When even though Wu Yang got nerfed, it's still by no means a bad pick. Especially in longer sightline maps like this where you want that extra damage at range. As Izumo is going to be able to just stall this out forever. Doza looks for some high pokers. Golwyn very nearly rips his head off. Olivia trying to break open this choke from the left-hand side. Taking a lot of attention towards himself. Strides is not going to find anything. Lamp already killed by Golwyn, so no Lamp is going to help Olivia if she goes in too deep. Just very nearly finds Izumo, but tries does find Fusan Rouge on the backline, but Rozo tries to go for the Echo Diff, and it's not going to happen. Nexo puts him down. Oh, on a very unfortunate missed shot there from Tries. Prince Tom escapes with his life, as battle is being done on multiple fronts here. The window comes through. And unfortunately, the Annihilation is just too far. The window is too close. They can walk past it. Prince Tom! Prince Tom finding 3, maybe 4 on the backline. I thought he was going to wave jacks there. But the damage has been done. Prince Tom finds 3. The cart has been pushed a decent amount. And although Tempest Academy are going to be able to come back before the corner, they're not going to be able to stand up to the sheer pressure that's going to come forward from Olivia's Annihilation. Remember, Izumo's Annihilation has already been used. The advantage in stall power goes to Olivia. The Kitsune Rush comes through, but so does the Tidal Blast. And it goes on to Rozo. He finds Skywalk Wolf with it, but gets taken out himself. Olivia can block forever with the Annihilation if needs be, as long as they keep in LOS of the Ram. Bob gets used, as does Beat. And still no kills are going to come through, except for Izumo onto Banina in the last second. That's a lot of healing gone now for Fat Pigs, with only a minute remaining. As Tries gets taken out with his overclock. Not yet used. But something is going to have to happen. They need to find these amazing, like, hero plays on the side of Fat Pigs to break through this. With that said, though, the entirety of Peps Academy is very, very broke. They checked their pockets, and all they found was little dust mites. Whereas Tries, in comparison, does have the overclock, but also has the copy. Banina has a window to work with. As Rozo finds Golwyn in the backline in the little dive there. Nexo does, in fact, take him out as Izumo goes forward with the Annihilation. But doesn't find anything. Annihilation is ended now as Tries is going to look for a little angle for his overclock. Banina walks forward with the window. It's questionable placement. But Prince Tom finds Skywalk Wolf. That is huge for Fat Pigs. As Nexo falls as well, Tries is on a lovely safe angle and can take out Izumo without much threat to himself. Poussin Rouge falling as well.
My odds just got better.
As we have, in the nick of time, Fat Pigs capping first checkpoint. That might have took all of their energy to do, mind you. But it was still, they did finally manage it. Tries still holding on to this overclock. Not really finding the hits that they need. Bob getting deployed for Golwyn on a nice little flank angle here. Olivia falls. And that Bob was all they needed. Very, very cheap fight for Peps Academy.
Taking flight.
And now all of a sudden, Peps Academy are majorly in the driver's seat. Prince Tom is flanking on the Wu Yang. Wave Jaxes! Oh, my sweet prince. You don't do that.
Repositioning. Good to see you. Hey.
Poor guy.
60 seconds.
Try is still looking for an opportunity to use this overclock. He's had it for quite a while now. As Rosa on the side wins the Echo 1v1. Snake Rush does come out from Skywalk Wolf. But it's not enough. Olivia pops Annihilation just to live. And though he is going to manage to do it and take out the rest of Peps Academy,
I do not fight for myself.
the window from Benita was used.
Seconds.
A worthy investment, maybe, considering Skywalk Wolf also used the Kitsune. It's just going to force the rest of Fat Pigs into a very awkward position where they need to come up with something before the rest of Peps Academy can establish themselves around this corner. Tries finally uses this overclock, gets forced away immediately as Ismo takes out Prince Tom. Only one little bit of support left for Fat Pigs in the form of Benina as Nexo runs forward with the copy Annihilation, finds tries. You hate to see it if you're Fat Pigs. They just weren't able to find what they were looking for, and more accurately, they weren't able to deal with Nexo, constantly denying them any sort of space, any sort of off angles. Whenever anyone was trying to do something fancy, he was there.
Initiating.
Like a big shield in their midst, saying, "Nah, mate, you're not getting in." And I think Prince Tom, after his escapades on first point, he got a little bit confident in himself. I think maybe he shouldn't have tried to flank again. I think that's the sort of thing that it will work once,
Time is money, they say.
but then if you try it again, it's not exactly the best
Listened
thing.
to your album the other day.
They will be looking for it at that point.
What's up?
Overwatch is struggling a little bit
Into my web.
with the sheer amount of polygons on this fucking kitty skin. This Peps Academy are going to try and go for a little bit of spam again
5,
here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Going on the Widow, looking for something. Saint Rouge not going to find anything either. Nexo goes straight back over to the Echo. In comparison, they don't actually have that much to do. They have a comparatively simple job, at least in comparison to Fat Pigs, because all they need to do is establish Nexo, which Nexo's been doing a great job so far of establishing himself and denying the off angles for Fat Pigs. And already Ismo has pushed himself all the way through here, but he goes a bit too far. I like the aggression, but it's just a little bit too much there for Ismo. And now Fat Pigs are able to just hold them a little bit further in spawn. Tries bullying Galwin there in the corner. As the push through left is going to try again. Izumo not stopping for anybody. Immediately walking on the backline, which gives the rest of Peps Academy the opportunity to walk further up. Lamp already forced out from Benina. And now Peps Academy are in full control of this left side lane. No kills were had, but the amount of damage that comes through from Peps Academy, they didn't want to take the fight. They wanted to back up, they wanted to take it in a better position. But where is the better position as Nexo takes out Rozo? Window expertly kited. from Peps Academy. As Olivia goes so low. Oh, Lamp was late onto Olivia, but it doesn't matter if Tries is going to get 2 like that. Bob gets used as... How does Izumo find another one? Izumo finding Benina, very nearly finding Tries as well. Also with the tidal blast exploding onto Galwin. Denying him the opportunity for getting anything. The copy is available, and it looks like they're going to have to do it if they want to really prolong this fight, but they're going to give. They're not going to give. They want to fight this. Prince Tom gets next, though, but Izumo is running a clinic. Somehow the point has not been captured yet. It also still lives. Oh, gets off the point for just 1 second. And despite Rozo's very best efforts, the cap does come through.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Copy used now for Nexo. Blocking off that left side angle. Trying to find something. Although the ram copy is mainly a stalling tool. Trying to use it aggressively here. Nexo. As the Echo Diff comes through swift and clean though. Those are getting dumpstered on the side. And that's going to give Nexo a bunch of space to work with now. Izumo getting pressured out quite a lot in the front. Although Nexo able to work a very nice angle. Orbital Ray coming out now for Fat Pigs, and that is going to be what they need. It also falls again in the Echo Mirror, but it does not matter if Olivia takes out 2. The cart is now so close. But Nexo just finds these kills! Benito once again falls. That said, the rest of Peps Academy cannot follow up on that. They are way too far behind. And the fact of the matter is, Fat Pigs are going to have to defend this tiny little sliver of space for 2 minutes straight. Tries very nearly getting clean pick as Olivia goes forward with the tidal blast. His presence allows Tries to take out Galwin as Annihilation is going to be forced out. Cheats the rush and the beat comes out in an attempt to save Izumo, but it's not going to happen. Too much damage coming in through from Fat Pigs. The Skywalk Wolf says, I can kill them. No, you cannot. And even despite Nexo's best efforts, Nexo getting 2 again eventually falls to Benina's... what are they called? I actually don't know. Torpedoes. Copy and Bob available for Peps Academy. No support ults in sight. But the DPS ults in combination with this Ramel available should be a pretty good recipe for success. As the bowler comes out from Tries, doesn't really find anything, as Olivia is still finding it. What? They were forced off the point for so long! They managed to cap. Olivia could not stay there for long enough. The sheer brute force shoved Olivia off the point. Prince Tom's infamous flank on first point. Somehow earning them. I'm still in disbelief that that worked, by the way. That's ridiculous. Oh no. That's gonna be Peps Academy winning 1, 2, 3. That's so unfortunate. I think that Fat Pigs a lot of the times just couldn't take the one-on-one fights. You know, if Peps Academy wanted to take a fight, they had the mechanical skill to do so. They had the resources. They had the strategy in order to do so. Whereas unless Fat Pigs were taking a fight exactly on their terms and their terms alone, they really, really struggled to get most things done. And it was only through these amazing hero plays, like, Prince Tom's insane flank on the backline, or in Rozo's amazing performance on Echo on Nepal's Shrine, that outside of those scenarios, I think they really, really struggled. Whereas Peps Academy were by far the more consistent team out of the two. Peps Academy were the ones where they had that star power in terms of Nexo. Nexo just lit up on Shambhala Monastery. His Echo was so insanely clean. Galwin was another force to be reckoned with, especially on the other maps. His Sojourn, his Ash. His Sojourn was admittedly a lot more flashy than his Ash, on the New Junk City. And, with the Shambhala Monastery, his Ash was kind of just like, yeah, we do consistent damage, but really the star of the show was Nexo on Shambhala Monastery. With Izumo as well, just knowing exactly when and where he could push it. But I feel like Olivia tended to get a little bit too aggressive at times. And sometimes not aggressive enough, on... Izumo identified that, he wasn't really being punished by Fat Pigs for a lot of his positioning. So on his attack, he did feel comfortable enough to just walk straight past Olivia onto the backline, and it worked. It gave the rest of Peps Academy so much space to work with that they could basically do whatever they wanted. Honestly, an incredible performance from Peps Academy. I know I keep saying it, but I'm very, very... That was quite dominant. I'm glad it wasn't a 3-0. I'm glad that Fat Pigs had Runasapi to really prove that they do belong here. They do belong in this division. But, yeah, for the rest of the maps, I don't think it was that close. But, either the way, I can't speak. Thank you all for watching. Or being here. I think what I did, this is post-match stuff, by the way, so if you're only interested in the matches themselves, you can leave. I feel like there was a shift in how I tried to cast this, like, in the middle of Shambhala Monastery. I don't know if it was noticeable, but I sort of thought to myself that I was, like, overreacting to quite a few things. And I thought that that cheapened the moments that were genuinely, like, cool or impressive. So what I'm trying to do in the second half of Shambhala was sort of just, like, play it down a little bit. Don't treat everything like it's, some insane, like, act of God, and just kind of be a little bit more chill, because then the pop-ups are more real, and I also feel like just constantly, like, screaming and shouting, can get a bit annoying. So that's what I'm going to try and do, and it felt better, I think. So that's what I'm going to try and do going forward, I think. Because I feel like for the last two, like, matches I've casted, I kind of slipped into that, like, overreactor style a little bit. Because what I prided myself on was, like, the energy, but I think the most important thing is to have, like, the energy, but just control it more, I think. Okay, that's basically it. That's my yap over. I'll keep getting better. So thank you for being here with me. Let's see if there's someone to raid. Who's online? I wonder if anyone in the Discord is live. Let's see. It does not seem so. Okay, I might just put you people wherever. Sort by viewers low to high. Actually, I don't know any of these people. I don't know any of these people. Okay, I might just end it. Bye, everybody.